Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your 18 love reading. Just wanted to say thank you for those subscribers that stayed loyal to me and stayed subscribed. Please comment, share, and like the videos. And also, if this related to you, please put something in the comment section for me. I would appreciate that. So let's see what we have for Taurus for 18 for love. Temperance, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Justice, Two of Swords, and Five of Swords, and bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. Okay, so if you have a earth sign that could be significant for you, feminine energy here. Now, I would say this is definitely, you have Two of Cups, you have Temperance, and you have Ace of Cups. So this to me seems like a definite love reading and possibly a soulmate connection with the two, whenever I see the Two of Cups here. But it looks like someone is going through some battling here. There is some maybe mental clashes going on with the Five of Swords. But you are coming out the victor. Okay, the only Pentacles cards is the Four of Pentacles. Someone is not making a move, I believe, because they feel like they don't want to make a move right now, especially with this two. Now, the Two of Swords, they say it's about a choice. I don't agree with that in all cases. In this case, I feel like this is someone that is taking a pause and not making any decisions or any moves because they have faith in their situation where they're at right now. Because she's sitting behind her, the water is smooth. It's not turbulent. So that tells me that they are in a place that is very stable, and maybe that's why there is no movement here. This person wants to stay where they're at because they're possibly, maybe they're taking a break from a connection, a relationship. I feel like there possibly is with the Justice card. Also, this is the Even card, so this is also the Karma card. And justice also means being held accountable for your actions. So either there possibly could be a breakup of a relationship or love connection that is going through some sort of legality at this time. Maybe somebody thought someone was their soulmate, but are finding out that they're not. Now they're having to battle with them. Maybe they're, like I said, they're going through like divorce court, separation of assets. Maybe that's why you have this Four of Pentacles here. Someone is trying to hold on. Someone is trying to balance too. Now, you did have the Queen of Swords here and then she cuts to the truth. So this could be, okay, well, this called out signs. We have Libra. We have a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And we also have air. So the only thing we don't have is fire. But they might come out in some other clarifying cards here. So now this Queen of Swords is either you or somebody else's energy. This could be someone that is that could be in the mix, that could be causing some interference, or maybe the love interest, someone is trying to separate from this person. But this is your reading, Taurus, and since you have the Four of Pentacles here, it's like you are fighting for balance. You just want balance in the situation. You want there to be equal give and take. Maybe this is just maybe there is possibly, if it's not a third party situation, maybe it's just that you're battling with a significant other, trying to get balance because maybe you feel like there is an equal give and take, and that's why you have this Five of Swords here. Maybe there's some a battle of the minds. Maybe you have different opinions about how things should be handled or dealt with. But you do have this Ace of Cups here at the bottom, so it's an offer of new love. Okay, now this could be an existing. Maybe you've had some trouble with this person, and maybe now there's this offer that comes in that says, "Hey, I want to re-extend, the olive branch to you and rekindle or or fix, or come from a loving place as I approach you. And I want to say again that this, if it's, there's a lot of water in here, so definite, if there's a water sign, it could be significant. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra as well. So maybe there is a stalemate here. Or also, too, it could be a third party or other parties that are causing conflict within your relationship, because people just want to put their nose in where it doesn't belong. It's like people love to give unwarranted or, unasked advice. But with the Two of Cups here and the Ace of Cups and the Temperance, to me, is like there's a lot of love here. A Libra, definitely, like if you're dealing with a Libra. And the thing with air signs, when you deal with air signs, and I'm an air sign, we like debating. And I feel like with this Five of Swords here, this is about, maybe there's a lot of debating going on. Specifically, like I said, with this, it's because this person lives by their truth and there's, will really stress their position or stance on something. And I feel like that's where the issues come up. Because with earth signs are very just like, they'll listen to an argument. They're very logical. They like stability. They don't care about winning an argument or getting into an argument or a battle of the minds. They don't care about trivia and stuff like that, but air signs very much do. And that could be what this is about, like maybe a clash, but maybe you're just here trying to just keep the peace, like you just want to keep the peace and just try and enjoy it. But this air sign is being very, very strong in their opinions and possibly cutting with their words. And maybe they feel like there's some sort of injustice that's being done to them in this relationship, and that's why they're acting this way. And this could be a new relationship for you, a new feeling of love with this person, but you're having this issue because this is the central issue here because of whoever is involved and whoever is carrying out this type of behavior. All right, so let's see what this Five of Swords is about. Why is it here? There's two cards that came out. Okay. So we have the Moon and we have the King of Wands. So if a fire sign, this person can have fire and air, and specifically, maybe because it is new and you're not, they feel like maybe they don't trust. I have a feeling that it's a trust issue. So maybe they are doing some self-sabotaging. Feels like there might possibly be some self-sabotaging here, whether it be you or the other person. But now they're fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then also too maybe with some water. So they have they have fire and water possibly in their chart, and that's why they might be battling against their own thoughts. Going back and forth between the negative and the positive, wanting to go forward passionately, but at the same time, feeling fear because they don't know who they're dealing with or what they're dealing with. So I believe that's why that the Five of Swords is here. Maybe it also could be a fire sign that's involved in the mix that you don't know about, or maybe you do know about, but you don't know exactly what role they play at this point because it's new. This is possibly a new connection here. Because we are right now going through an awakening, an ascension. The world is going through a time where true love and people that are meant to be together, people that are supposed to be with their soulmates, are going to reunite. I believe a lot of people will reunite in July because you have the two eclipses coming in July. And there's just, you can just get, the Schumann resonance has gone off the charts. We are finally coming back together as a collective mentally. And also the vibration of love, which is the highest vibration. People are now are looking towards love and putting love above everything else, above money, above ourselves, above things. right? Material things, putting love is an emotion, putting love above all of things that don't really matter. And I think people are coming to that realization, that awakening, okay? But someone is having trouble here dealing with it. Maybe it's something that's new and they don't know how to handle it because they've never, it's new to them. It's new, it's young, and it's something that they haven't felt before, so they're not knowing how to deal with it. That's why the moon is here, and it is causing turbulence within some people. Some people are going through a change and they feel it. Some people don't understand what it is. People know that they're changing. They sense it, but at the same time, they don't understand it. And because they don't understand it, they're afraid of it, but it also becomes frustrating to them because they want to put their finger on it. Like, we want to know, right? We always want to know what the answer is. So when we can't figure out an answer, we have a problem, and we can't find a solution for it, it frustrates us. And that's why this Five of Swords is here. So let's see why the Four of Pentacles is here for Taurus. Overall, though, there will be balance. Someone is fighting for that balance. Someone is fighting for that justice. And it's just going to take a while, you know. At the end of the day, the best thing to do is just surrender to it and just let it be what it is and not force it. Because it's going to, the outcome's going to be the outcome, regardless of what you do. You know, fate is fate. You have no control over fate. All right, Four of Pentacles. Why is it here? Ooh, yikes. Okay, so Capricorn could be significant, and I would say the devil is appearing. The devil has been appearing in a lot of readings for other readers as well. So do watch other readers. And the devil is about being bound, right? It's the opposite of the Lovers. So I feel like a lot of people are bound to the old way of thinking. Bound to others because of the wrong reasons. Bound to material things that don't really matter. Bound to think, you know, like it's like we want, you know, we want. And I feel like that's kind of what this is too, especially next to the Four of Pentacles here. It's like we're bound to things that are not good for us. Now, this also could mean addiction. This could also mean ego. Maybe we think that, you know, someone thinks that, you know, they're the shit, and, you know, they don't really need anybody else, and so they block everybody else out. Like, they have everything they need, but it's in a negative, dark manner, okay, with the devil, okay? So if this is you, since you are Taurus, maybe this is you playing into this. Maybe you guys are feeding into your addictions, whatever it might be, drinking, smoking, drugs, sex. You could be addicted to a person, a thing, you know, shopping. It's any one of those things, okay? But it's keeping you in limbo and it's blocking your energy. So if you want this love to come in and you want karma to come, a good karma to come in for you, then you need to let go of this energy and you need to stop these habits that are not in your best interest, okay? Because it's just holding you back. That's why it's the devil, right? Nobody likes to see that card when it comes out. Maybe that's why you're just like, you're blinded here. Like, I'm not going to do anything. This is what I'm up to. This is what I'm doing. Somebody is like being stubborn and just they're going down the same path that they have before, but it's not beneficial to them. It's a detriment. And this could be because maybe something that happened in the past. Maybe there's some fighting that happened in the past. There could be some separation now, but now you're doing all the wrong things to deal with your pain. Okay, and because you are an earth sign, you are more driven by earthly things, which means that it's a two-edged sword. Okay, because you're really into your pentacles and making sure you have a good foundation. Taurus people usually are really good with money. They have good jobs. They have savings accounts. They have assets. They're very good with money. but at the same time, it could be a double-edged sword because it's like it's not the be-all end-all. Love is the highest vibration, as I was saying before, and maybe you're holding on and thinking more about your pentacles and being, a, a, a man on his island. Okay, remember is that no man is an island? Well, you are being an island here, especially with your two pentacles, and you're alone here. But it's to the detriment of yourself. You're not letting this love in. Okay, that I think is what the battle is. And maybe it's because you're not sure if this offer, this love that you're feeling is legitimate because it's new to you. You've never felt it and you don't know. It could be you or someone else. Just depends on them. For the cross watchers. All right, let's see what this Two of Swords is. Since it's such a controversial card, meaning could mean choice, what people say is choice, but really it's a peaceful hiatus and otherwise discordant. I mean, this is, to me, this is the blind faith card. Okay, I knew a girl who had this tattooed on herself, and what it meant to her was that that it was stability, that she didn't need to worry about anything, that everything was just fine. And as you can see, the water is flat, it's calm. So there's no upset in this. This is not like the Page of Swords where you see the storm and the clouds behind her, or the Five of Swords, There's clouds here, like thunder and lightning, okay? This is not. This is just, I'm just going to rest here and not worry about it. But see, maybe because it's next to these two cards, it's saying that, yeah, you're just sitting there because you have blind faith in what you're doing and what position you're at, but it's not good for you. So yeah, let's get more clarification on this Two of Swords for Taurus for 18. Yeah, okay, perfect. See, so you're seeing yourself like this Nine of Pentacles, and there's nothing wrong with that. And maybe this is also saying that maybe you are rejecting. Maybe you could possibly be rejecting and this was at the bottom of the deck, Nine of Wands. So you're possibly maybe rejecting a love offer because you're paranoid about it. You don't feel it's legitimate. You feel like, well, why? Why should I? Am doing fine just the way I am, being single. Why do I want to change anything up? Like, I have all my pentacles here. I'm having a good time, because, being into flesh and earthly things is also can be very pleasurable and feeds into our addictions and our human desires, and so that's why we feel good in it, okay, but it can be anything. It's like all in moderation, but there's the possibility of here, this is just like doing things on the on the negative. It makes things negative. Anything that's too much of anything, it could become negative. And then you have this Nine of Wands here. So you are paranoid, or you feel like maybe, especially here with this moon, there is a sense of, I don't want to say paranoia, but you've had some experience, somebody's had experiences in the past that were not favorable and have shape the way that you think about things now. And that's the same thing like when we're children, experiences and pains and things that we encounter shape the way that we think and how we feel as adults, right? We can't, it's almost like we always have that, we're always a child inside because we're always affected by those experiences that happen to us, whether we interpreted them the correct way or if we interpreted them in a completely different way that was not intended for us to take it that way. Okay, because as children, we're immature, and so we take that information and we possibly try to decipher it, but a lot of times it's not what the intention was that was put forward is what we got from it. Do you know what I mean? It's like it wasn't meant to mean what it means to us or how it affected us. And what I wanted to say was I wanted to talk about this little sand dollar that I found at the beach here, and The reason why I really love this is because it has this defect here, because we all have these, and at one time this was alive and it had some type of wounding here, right? Something happened here. It you know, it had some type of accident or something happened to it. But see, this, and what happens is that it's left over and it never goes away. And in a way, it's a part of us, and it's a beautiful part of us, but there is damage there, right? And I feel like all of us have some sort of damage, but we heal from it, but it's still there. It's still visible, okay? But I think what it also signifies is that we should, regardless of what has happened to us and how people have hurt us, that we have lived through it, we've survived, and we've become stronger for it. And not to say forget about those things that happened to us, but also just heal from it. Okay, and now we have the star card right underneath it. So also too, it could be, like I said, an air sign significant, especially Aquarius. Maybe that's what this is saying here. It's about healing. It's about healing from a past hurt and being able to let people in and not just lock ourselves away from others and close ourselves off and give in into our dark shadows and move forward and try and come to this place of balance and love. This is such a beautiful reading because it's very yin and yang. It's very dark and light, and especially with the star card underneath here, also just tells me that you guys need to get out, if you guys are in this, and I feel that some of you are, or someone in your environment, if you're cross watching, you need to get past this. Okay, no man is an island, right? We need others. It's a collective. It's a community, and we aren't meant to be alone. We are meant to have a soulmate, a significant other, a partner, like swans. Swans mate for life. Hawks mate for life. I believe wolves. There's certain species that mate for life, and I believe that humans are also in that category because we are capable of love and emotion, where they say other species and animals are not, which I don't believe, but you can see emotion in some of the other animals. When you make eye contact, you can see it. It's there. There's a spirit there. Okay, but love is the highest vibration, and we need to experience that. We need to let people in, and we need to trust, and we need to stop fighting against it because we're afraid. Most people do. It's like fear and love. Those are the two emotions, fear and love. And that's what this is about. The moon is about fear of the unknown, right? Two of Cups is about the highest level of love with the soulmate. And then you have this Five of Swords here to show that there's this battle that's going on between the two, just like dark and light, good and evil. There's this battle that's going on with someone. They're dealing with this. They're in this devil energy right now, and they're feeling like, I don't need anybody. I have everything I need right now. I'm good. And the reason why they do that is because there's fear. There's fear. And there's healing that needs to take place. Look, and then you have the Three of Swords under here. So yes, someone's heart has been broken in the past. And that's why they're like, screw it. Screw everybody. I've been screwed over. And I don't trust anyone. But really what needs to happen is you need to heal yourself. Okay? You need to be like this. Right? You take that hit, but look, completely healed. There's no cracks, there's no openings. This shell that was once was alive, because these are alive at some point, has healed. All right, and then whatever living organism moved on and went, and then it died. And I don't pick these up when they're alive because you can see them. They're alive. They're fuzzy. They're purple, like purplish green. I mean, you definitely can tell they're alive. I only pick up the ones that are like this, white. They turn white when there's no longer a living creature inside of it. And also, it means too, like wherever that living creature went, if that's the case, I don't really know that much about these. I haven't done the research. But then it moves on to something else. And that's the other thing about us too. We grow and we change into something else and hopefully into something better, right? We get on a higher vibration than we were before rather than this low vibration. All right, Taurus. So with that, I'll see you next.